Hello everybody, this is Burgback coming to you with another Starcraft 2 commentary. Today's matchup we will have LiquidHayprO spawning as the blue Zerg in the upper right hand corner of the map, and his opponent will be mouzMaNa spawning as the red Protoss in the upper left hand corner, and this is Shakuras Plateau. You know, a little bit different of a map, of course, no ramps here. This is the newer style of this map, and of course the GG have fun between the two. You know, these two players, mouzMaNa, both players actually have been playing StarCraft for a very long time. Both of them have roots in Brood War. Mana, of course, just 18 years old now, and has been in Mouse for a while. And we'll see how his play style here goes. Of course, dropping that pylon down at the expand. We'll probably see a fast expand coming from him just by the placement of this pylon. And of course to defend this ramp, and he's already out scouting. We do have a you know, going for that smart scout going up in the top right corner. And HayprO, of course, also from Brood War. He's from Sweden, and you know, this is from the European server, of course. Both of these people from Europe. Mana from Poland, and HayprO from Sweden. And actually, HayprO, I believe, was a teammate of Mana back in beta days, because HayprO, I believe from his Wikipedia article here, he was part of Mouse Sports in beta, and then he moved over to Team Liquid. And this is from the Team Liquid Week in Review number 17 pack that's just been posted on Team Liquid's site. And it looks like Mana doing a nice little scouting here, and just in patrol mode, just to make sure that HayprO cannot do any kind of expansion. And getting that forge up right away, so we're going for that forge expand, the FFE as they like to say, forge fast expand. And we're getting ready here. Yep, here we go. As soon as, yep, there we go. Nexus going down, and it looks like HayprO able to get that hatchery down, even with Mana doing a little bit of circling there around the area to try and stop him. But now Mana just going up here trying to get a little bit of a view here, going for that queen now for HayprO, as the spawning pool is up. No gas though, so we're not going to see any kind of speedlings come out of this as of yet. And of course HayprO here seeing the fast expand coming in here, of course, and you know, this is pretty obvious at this point in the game. We aren't going to see any kind of rushing or anything like that. Photon cannon coming down just to guard this expand, and a gateway as well. And we just see this small gap here for Zerglings or anything to get through right now. And we do have some Zerglings coming down. It looks like HayprO going for another expand down here. Looks like he's going for a second expand, really going for that kind of income. Yeah, there we go. He is going for that expand, and the Zerglings just kind of going back out. Probe in the middle for Mana, going to be just getting a little bit of knowledge there. He does see the, I think he might see that Zergling going up to the north there. Of course, not much to go off of here. I think HayprO is just kind of searching for any kind of proxy pylon that Mana could be throwing out there. And again, Cybernetics core coming down, so we're getting ready to look at probably Stalkers in this mix. And Mana just starting to produce drones, probes out of his second base, and not sending any kind of probes out to help mine on the second base yet. The weapon level 1 coming out now for Mana, so it looks like we're going to be definitely going with a ground army here. Second base for HayprO definitely starting to really get active here, as he has drones starting to mine here, and more on the way, 4 on the way, as this one almost done as well. So the second expand almost done, and looks like a Zealot now starting to come out for Mana, getting ready to scout a little bit heavier with something that can actually do some damage. And Mana also hiding this probe here in the little corner here. Not sure if it's going to be effective or not here. And we are going to start seeing some Zerglings come over here. Mana does see that, as you see, he does start to bring that Zealot back towards his base, and bringing this Stalker into the hole here. Yep, it's going to keep it there, put it on hold, and make sure those Zealots, those Zerglings, sorry, they all begin with Z, start to back off as well. So the Zealot living, the Zerglings, basically a lot of them down to health there as we go on, and just retreating. going back to this tower just to kind of sit back, rejuvenate that health, so to speak, and just get ready for another attack. And again, HayprO doing a really good job here, just kind of coming in here and scouting, seeing what's going on. There's not much in here that can hurt him, except for these, of course, stalkers. So we are going to start seeing this Overlord get hit ever so slightly, just ever so slightly here, trying to get in here and get some information. You probably won't get any information off of this guy, as you know, his HP reaches 0 very quickly. Metabolic boost now coming into play here for HayprO as he starts to get some gas out. Just on the main base, not anything on his expansions yet. And it looks like we are going for a Roach Warren. There's the Roach Warren. So HayprO going for ground army as well to counter the ground army of Mana. We do have a Warp Prism in effect here as well with sentries, so this should be kind of interesting as he is warping in more and more sentries. So we're probably going to see a sentry play coming in here with a drop, and maybe even possibly Zealots with that as well. And the perfect position for that, you know. There's no scouting up here at all right now by HayprO. If HayprO gets caught here, we could see a drop in here, possibly stopping reinforcements here with a wall. Just from those, and you know, I'm going to keep an eye on that, just that Warp Prism alone. And it looks like HayprO going for another expand. We're 9 minutes in and going for a third expand as these Zerglings start coming out into the midfield, getting ready to do some kind of attack. Probably going to scout here and see if Mana is doing any kind of expand, but down here we are seeing the Warp Prism coming in, and it looks like HayprO is going to notice this, but will it be too late? The force field going down and blocking that Queen from coming in, and it looks like this Queen will be going down. A Spire coming in as well, and this might be poorly timed here as these Zealots also coming in. As HayprO is also supply blocked right now. He's not going to be able to make any more units. Of course, these Zerglings coming in at a great time, bringing now up the units into the Warp Prism. Zealot's going to be defending this and probably going to use his micro just to get a... yeah, look at that. Wow, getting that sentry down just to put a new force field down each time. And warping in now a couple more Zealots as looks like we're going to be going after this Spire. Will he be able to get the Spire down before it comes into play? We are going to have another Spire being built as well, so he is going to be countering this Spire from going down. But that's going to be a big waste of money if this thing does go up. Or, yeah, it is going up, and it's going to be almost dead here. HayprO pulling back his units. He knows he's not going to be able to do a whole lot, but bringing him down in here into the Warp Prism, forcing the liftoff, and leaving that one poor Zealot to die. And it looks like this force field is going to be going down, and is going to be allowing them to bring in units. But, of course, HayprO losing his main base. And this could be a biggie here, of course. Once these Zerglings take care of these Zealots, he will be able to rebuild right away. So that's going to be kind of a mood subject here, but Mutalisk now coming into play. We have Blink, and we have level 2 ground armor, ground weapons, sorry, coming into play as well. And these Mutas definitely doing a good job cleaning up, as these Zerglings also coming in to help clean up as well. So we are putting a pylon down here. I'm not sure if that's going to be the greatest play. Of course, we do have just a little tiny sliver of power here, and of course when Hire the Swarm comes out, that is going to be gone. But it looks like, oh, HayprO noticing that and going to be doing a good job taking out that pylon. It spawned just in the nick of time. Zerglings coming up to the north here, going to be going after this pylon as well, and it looks like Mana just kind of stopping in the midfield. He knows those Mutas are there, he knows those Zerglings are now there, so he's got to back off. He's going to help defend this Nexus that's coming up. So second expand now for Mana as he starts to really go in there, and the Muta is still continuing to stream out. We do have that Spire, that second Spire that was coming up there, and a hatch, a proxy hatch coming in here as well for, not really proxy, but a forward hatch coming in to help HayprO build some units. And it looks like he's going for these rocks, going to be trying to make an easy route in here in case Mana likes to, wants to expand up here. Of course, these rocks are not down yet, but just putting these rocks down will give him an easy access to the space if he needs to get in there. Doing that now will help save him some time later. And look at the creep starting to go across the field here as HayprO starts doing that with his Queens. And again, going for this destructible debris as well. And it looks like he's just going to get ready there. Might not bring this down all the way, just because he wants to make sure that if he wants to do a quick in and Mana isn't paying attention, he's going to be able to do that. And it looks like trying to get in the back here, but able to get in there. And down here we got Mana doing a Warp Prism drop. with Zealots. I wonder if he's going to be able to notice this in time. Of course, he doesn't have any kind of vision down there, and it looks like these rocks almost down, but in come the Zealots with more on the way. Going in here, going to be trying to take out this hatchery, and HayprO just pulling off all of his workers and starting to attack these Zealots. The Zealots are going to be definitely going down. This Queen might be going down, though, in the fray here. Yeah, it is going to be going down, so down goes a Queen. But at what cost, really? Just taking a little bit of attention off the game here, pulling all of his units back. HayprO pulling his mutas back, and pulling that Warp Prism back as well, going back in the outer field here. I'm not sure if HayprO is going to notice that or not. Doesn't look like it yet. But HayprO, of course, bringing another Queen now up to support this hatchery that got hit just a little bit. And HayprO just kind of reinforcing and going back to midfield just to make sure he's ready for anything that's going on. Centrifugal Hook's going in here, so it looks like we're going to be doing some Baneling play as well. So in the midfield, HayprO gets an idea of what's going on, and he knows that these, oh my goodness, bringing it in the mutas, going north, and seeing all of these Stalkers, he goes, you know what, we're going to back off, we're going to get out of here. He loses a couple, but that's not really that bad compared to what, you know, placement and things like that. Bringing the mutas back in, and look at all these mutas. This is amazing. Centrifugal Hooks halfway done, and going for the Flyer Carapace one as well. So we're going for a little bit more armor on those mutas if need be. And again, wow, we're going to be defending the midfield here with a bunch of Spine Crawlers. Of course, bad placement here because, as we see, Mana going from the north here, and of course he is going to be able to see that because this Overlord is going to be in there and doing some nice little scouting there inside of his base. And we do have some High Templar, we do have some Archons. Nice use of, explosions everywhere. And these mutas just, oh my goodness, just so many mutas, and taking out those two Archons. The mutas really a force to be reckoned here as we look at the Stalkers running away, and we look at the army size, 112 to 174 right now. HayprO definitely in a good lead here, and making sure to keep himself strong as we do see these Spine Crawlers now finishing up. So we will have a little bit of defense in the midfield as Banelings also coming in again to reinforce the ground army with these Zerglings. And of course, the Centrifugal Hooks definitely doing a great job, especially on the creep. You see how fast they go in and how slow they go a little bit here off the creep. But HayprO doing a great job of spreading that creep and trying to make sure that his vision is as good as he possibly can. We also have here Mana going in with an expand up at the north. Of course, both sides open, so we are going to be able to see him attack if possible. And it looks like HayprO just going for the expand here. The unit's not going to be doing a whole lot, as you know, being able to put that force field down and just blocking any units from coming in, and a lot of storms coming down here, trying to do as much damage as you can. And we look at this evening out here right now. Look at that, the units basically evening out just for a second, as 12 more mutas being morphed in. But of course, HayprO lost a lot of units there just off of those two High Templars. 2 or 3, I forget exactly how many. It might be, yeah, it might be 2. Just doing the storms and just taking out all those Banelings and all of those Zerglings in one shot. And again, Mana doing a really good job here, bringing that Observer out and able to just kind of spot these, going for that Expand, and Expand goes down. He didn't even have time. HayprO didn't even have time to cancel that. And now going for the Spine Crawlers, sending out really smart here, Stalker into here just to see if there's any kind of units coming in to attack. And again, we do have a bunch of mutas. Muta's going to be doing a great job here. Well, not really a great job. The Stalkers can do a great job of taking and going against those mutas. But he is being forced to go back because we do have Zerglings in here. We do have Banelings coming in. But both of these guys doing a great job combating each other. As more reinforcements for Mana coming in, as we see the tides almost turning here with the army count basically evening up, and these High Templars doing a great job, especially down here, of thinning out the herd of units. The Zerg units are very light that HayprO has out right now, but it looks like this Nexus is going to be going down. Oh my goodness, yes, going down to the Zerglings. HayprO didn't, Mana didn't have enough time to get in there and react fast enough, and losing that expand. So we'll probably see Mana go up for an expand again. Yeah, we're already seeing Mana go for that expand. And again, we are now at an even army count. This is kind of amazing to see this. And HayprO again going for this expand as well, as we see, you know, money getting not really tight, you know, but HayprO really wants that economy. And it looks like the Muta is going around for a back door on this expand, possibly. Not a whole lot defending it. We do have another Warp Prism coming in, and it looks like Mana coming in here, getting ready to do some kind of attack. Banelings coming in, a nice use of that Stalker coming in, getting the AI on those Banelings to just attack that one. Of course, not a whole lot, but good split here on these Stalkers, and all the while we're over here, all the units, all the probes getting killed for Mana as these mutas coming in and doing their attack. And it looks like these mutas going to be getting forced out as Mana coming in and going after this expand. Infestor in there, doing a fungal growth a little bit here, but that's about all we're going to see here. We do have another Infestor, but a lot of Zerglings coming in. Not sure if this is going to be enough, as an Archon coming in, and he's going to be doing a lot of DPS on things. And it looks like those Infestors coming in and just saying hi and goodbye, as the Stalker's just turning around and going pew-pew on them. And Mutalisk now coming back into the fray here onto the expand. It looks like they're going to get devastated from the Stalker mix. That is a 3-1, 3 damage, 1 armor upgrade compared to the 1-1 of the Mutas. And this might be lights out for HayPro, as the High Templar doing the final deed there on those Zerglings. 26 more Zerglings being built, but will that be enough for all of Mana's Stalkers that he currently has out here? Of course, the shields are down on a lot of them, the HP's down on a lot of them, but really, the Zerglings coming in, it doesn't look like it's going to be enough here. Even with all of these bases in play here, 30 more Zerglings being made, but even that, you know, the High Templars on a big concentration of Zerglings, devastating to HayPro. And it looks like HayPro is just bleeding right now, as Zerglings are coming in, you know, 5, 6 at a shot. And Mana just being able to defend that, and there's a GG from HayPro. So really well played game. You know, the mid game was really nice, and then Mana was just able to turn the tides on HayPro. And, you know, HayPro was looking really strong for most of the game. I mean, look at all these expansions he had. He was able to get a lot of income. You know, he wasn't exactly using a whole lot of... he was using all of his money that he could to keep up with Mana, but still, you know, it was pretty impressive to see HayPro going the way he was, but then Mana is able to turn the tide there. And a lot of it came with these High Templar able to just devastate that Zerg ground army, and even the air army, because all of it was pretty light armored. It wasn't any kind of heavy stuff. So, you know, those High Templar just able to rip through it. The Archons able to do their little AoE blasts with their lightning bolts, and just Stalkers, a massive amount of Stalkers, and you know, that's what really won Man of the game. So please leave any kind of comments down below to let me know if you liked it or not. Any kind of criticism, I really take that seriously. If you liked the game, please make sure to hit the thumbs up. And if you really, really liked me and what my video was, please make sure to subscribe. I really love having that subscriber base, being able to contact you and talk to you. So again, subscribe, hit the like button, do comments down below, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.